Charr Crail, photographer slash digital artist slash multimedia pioneer, wouldn't you say?
I would say it. You know, it's really funny. Earlier tonight, somebody said to me, I remember when you thought digital photography was terrible, that we just shouldn't do it. I said, I did? I always thought I was one of the first people on the bandwagon. I said, yeah, you used to say that it was bad, you shouldn't do that. And then I realized, well, it's actually, you know what? I haven't changed my mind about that. I have very powerful ethics. I think they're important. I think ethics in photography, journalism specifically, are absolutely critical. And if you don't have ethics when it comes to journalism and the kind of pictures that you do and how you can manipulate them, then you shouldn't be a photojournalist. And so, and I still do a lot of photojournalism work, events and environmental portraits and things like that. And I do not manipulate them in the ways that I can. And you've seen the work, you can see what I can do. But I think if you can't tell it was manipulated, you shouldn't do it. You should, you know, you shouldn't take that telephone pole out of the middle of somebody's head. You shouldn't remove that light socket in an inappropriate place in the background of a picture. You have to leave that there if you're an ethical journalist. Now, as an artist, all bets are off.
How did you make the transition from photojournalist to digital artist?
Because I've always been artistic in nature. I've always been an artist with artist sensibilities in my life, and I think it actually helped me as a journalist to sort of create fluidity and beautiful compositions, and also I like to work with people in general, and I think people are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And so I could see beyond my original photograph, like in my head. You know, a lot of people have visions, especially, you know, artists tend to have visions. They envision something beyond, you know, the blank canvas. They see it, even if they're only seeing it in their third eye, right? So that's me. Same thing with my photographs. The base for everything I do is photographs. Photographs is canvas. And something occurs in my head, I get a flash of insight, and then I choose to use the tools to create that. That's my artistic soul.
So I noticed by looking at your art that it does have a vibrancy and lots of enhanced colors, it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, you still consider that a natural presentation, right?
It's my artistic presentation. I wouldn't call it a natural presentation. It's just my artistic interpretation. It's my visual expression, if you will.
And what, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm just curious what it means to you to enhance a photograph. Does that, in your opinion, turn it into art by doing something digitally with a photograph?
I believe that it does, and I think that anybody in the room would look at those pictures and call them art pieces, just like I do.
They almost look like paintings.
They do.
Steal these reserved signs, so it's reserved for you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
So then, digital art, is that an elaborate process for you, or is it a simple, fun hobby that you can actually turn into a business?
Well, I consider it an elaborate process, and it's a fun hobby in that I would do it for myself, and it is how I started doing it. I mean, I taught myself how to do it. I taught myself how to do photo. Actually, when I started using Photoshop, there weren't classes, there weren't books. Those things just didn't exist.
Was that in the 90s?
It was a while back. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to years. I'm not good with years. Some people are. I couldn't tell you.
Well, there was Windows 95 that everyone kind of latched onto, and then after that...
I'm a Mac girl, always been.
I'm a Mac guy, so so you've always used Mac.
I've always used Mac.
It just seems like a better tool for artists.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And Photoshop just expanded the possibilities of what I could do. When I first started trying to do artwork from my photographs, I actually would make black and white prints, and then I would colorize them. But instead of using oils like a lot of people did, I was very brave, and I used to use these liquid dyes that you would use only for color photography, which were almost impossible to manage, and yet I learned how. I taught myself how to manage them. And so my first works were called embellishments, that were painted black and white photographs that were very often cut up and then reassembled and added different pieces. But once digital happened, it was like, wow, I can do it without making a black and white print, without coloring it, I can like do it right here. And it was very exciting.